Penn Jillette in the studio. One of my favorite guests on the show, but he only comes around like once a year, I think, at this point.
I live in another city.
He's a very busy man.
I live in another city.
Yeah, that's true.
We love when you come by and say hi.
Is there someone outside of the room we're going to be talking to?
No.
Only for phone calls.
Yeah, okay. A lot of phone calls coming in? Lines lighting up?
No.
Well, I mean, if you want to go to the phones later, you don't care, right?
No, I'm half asleep.
Hate the callers.
I'm a little more mellow.
This is you half asleep, though.
Yeah, it is. This is me half asleep. This is me dozing off.
Wow.
This is me dozing off.
He's on 3, yeah.
Yeah.
On 3 right about now. I'm very psyched. I have a DVD in front of me. Bullshit.
Yep. It's season 7, and season 8 starts
7.
Thursday night.
Now, you know what?
Wow.
Did you think that when you first went on that this was going to...
Yeah, when we first pitched the show to Showtime, 1 week after 9/11, saying that we were going to be really, really skeptical and tear anyone who believed that anything could do asshole, I said, this is going to go forever.
We're gonna have a good run.
No, it was absolutely hopeless. Even during the pitches, we would kind of taper off halfway through. We pitched to several different places.
Taper off, like, we don't even believe in this crap. You're right. Yeah,
you're not going to ever go with this.
Moving into season 8, are you running out of things to do the bullshit thing?
Well, it's
you're getting a little nervous, aren't you?
Because there is really so much less bullshit in the world than there was a while ago. You probably noticed that. You probably noticed that no one's lying anymore.
No.
And there's no jive going on. So it's really killing us. No!
Of course
We're
not.
not running out of stuff.
That's good
Although
to
we
hear.
had to do some negotiation. They really wanted us to do cheerleaders for the opening show. Because they thought, all we're selling is tits and saying motherfucker. And, I wanted to do vaccines. Everybody would think, if you're fighting with a network, that it's the big, dumb, loud guy who just says, give us tits and give us pussy, put it out there. Yeah. And it's the network that's saying, do something 60 minutes like vaccines. It's exactly the opposite. Can you do nudity? What's bullshit about nudity? There's a lot of stories about nudity in the press. What are you talking about? There's that guy who was photographed through his door, with his dick hanging out over coffee.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, that'd be a great show.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. He should be able to have his dick out during coffee. Yeah, but I'd like to do vaccines because the anti-vaccines, people are dying of measles. There's, whooping cough is coming back, especially in the Southern California area. In England, there's but that's not sexy. Listen, I'll give you tits.
Right.
We'll give you a Playboy model answering Jenny McCarthy. We'll do the whole gag will be Jenny McCarthy is against vaccines. This is how big her tits are. We have one with bigger tits, but she's going to read the real results. So we ended up doing cheerleaders, and cheerleaders ended up being a good show. It surprised me.
Now, what is the bullshit factor of cheerleaders?
It's more interesting than you could possibly imagine.
I don't doubt it.
In 1973, 72, one of the two, feminists put a bill through to say that cheerleading would not be considered a sport in the United States public schools. That seems to be just nothing. Who cares? It brings more soccer and more so on. But what that means is the people who coach cheerleading in this country don't have to be certified with any sort of sports background, which means more children die cheerleading this country than all other sports put together.
No. Are you shitting me?
Paralyzed from the neck down. All sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
because they take the smallest girl in the class, throw her 20 feet in the air, and then talk about Twilight while she's up there. They lose interest. Bang! She comes back on her neck and she doesn't fucking walk again. Okay? And all of that comes out of these unintended consequences of, it's not a very feminist thing to do, so do this. And this company that sells all the cheerleading stuff is thrilled about this because they get to sell to the parents instead of the schools, so they make a lot more money. So there really is a lot of bullshit around cheerleading.
There was a bullshit factor in cheerleading. And they're not. You get to do the sexy angle.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can do the sexy angle on vaccines, for Christ's sake. All you need to do is take their fucking clothes off, and it's sexy.
Now
it doesn't matter what you're talking about. I mean, they think the subjects have to be sexy, and I try to tell them, no, we can do anal sex while talking about, homeopathy. We can do that. If you want me, jerking off on someone's tits while talking about chiropractic, I can do that.
Can do it.
I can multitask.
Now you got the sexy and the bullshit.
Sure
and
you do.
Yeah.
Put it all together.
And you're tired this morning.
You're tired.
Very tired.
I'm
you
just
need coffee
dozing
or
off.
anything?
I get some water. I don't drink caffeine.
Really?
I don't drink caffeine.
Well,
I
you
don't
don't
do
need
any speed. No methamphetamine.
Was there anything you guys wanted to cover that they actually said no and won?
We were kind of vetoed on Scientology, and in order to punish us, Matt and Trey of South Park came out and said, Penn said to us over dinner, because I wasn't going to brag about that. Penn said to us over dinner they couldn't do Scientology, so fuck them, we're doing it. And they did their big Scientology show and did a better job than we would have. I mean, they did.
It was really good.
Did they really veto you on Scientology? Like, what was their argument to say?
I don't really know. And, veto is a little bit strong. There's a list of about 40 subjects for each year that's going around. You know how showbiz works. And I go, I don't want to do this. And we go, well, Showtime's not interested in this one. And you kind of compromise back and forth.
It's good because there isn't
Showtime
really
wants cheerleaders. Penn really wants vaccines.
That's what we're learning today.
There's not much bullshit in Scientology, though, so you wouldn't have much material. It's pretty straightforward.
Of course, there are alien overlords running everything.
Yes.
I mean, Xenu has been fighting all of us since we were first put inside the volcano.
Yeah.
But there's other stuff that's bullshit.
We really have to get that evilness out of us. And it apparently costs a lot of money.
But also, one of the reasons, and I suppose this is defeats the purpose of being quiet about it. But,
Screw it.
one of the problems with things like Scientology is outside of a very small group of people, everybody knows it's bullshit. And I like to do subjects where, like cheerleading, someone who is skeptical and knows stuff can say to me, what's bullshit about cheerleaders? And you can give them a little piece of information. The problem is when we do things like Ouija boards, you kind of get excited and go, there's this cool thing we talk, and then you kind of go, but there's not one person that's ever tuned in our show that went, you mean Ouija boards are bull? I kind of felt Scientology was in that category too, so I didn't fight hard for it.
You guys did a funny job with feng shui way back.
One of my favorite
They kind of just
episodes.
let it speak for themselves,
Yep.
which is all these people saying this is exactly what it should be, and they had rearranged the room completely differently. Like none of these assholes know what they're talking about.
That's what you guys do so well is you don't have to sit there and go, this is bullshit. Let me explain to you. They let the people just hang themselves.
Well, that's the thing we don't do, and this is probably surprising. We don't do any ambush, and we don't do any misrepresentation. We don't do any of the Michael Moore stuff or the Sacha Baron Cohen stuff. If we come to you, we're going to say to you, guys, we're doing the bullshit on morning shock jocks, and Penn and Teller on the opposite side from you, and they're going to call you an asshole. Do you want to be interviewed for it?
All right. Hi, I'm Anthony Cumia. I am on the Opie and Anthony show.
Exactly.
Let's do this. Then I just start babbling and make an idiot of myself, and then you guys come on and go, see?
I try to say that we are fair and very, very biased. We don't take you out of context. We don't even show shit of you picking your nose, which we have a lot of footage of the
B-roll.
guy. We just try to say, and we haven't got any letters complaining that people were taken out of context.
Misrepresented or anything. They're
they sometimes go much longer than we show. But we give the essential stuff.
I bet they sit there and go like, wow, why did I say that? That really made
I really am full of shit.
Look bad. Yeah, I am full of shit.
Hey, was there anything you guys wanted to attack that you realized wasn't as much bullshit as you thought?
We had a little trouble with hypnotism.
Oh, I think you're going to say Hitler for a second.
They really are pesky.
He has some very good points.
The trains ran on.
On hypnotism, we kind of came in, 100 miles an hour down a dead-end street because all we knew was stage hypnotism, which is 100% bullshit.
Right.
You're going to quack like a duck and wear a bra. That shit. And but then we got into the clinical stuff, and it turned out that we simply didn't know. And the show is, I'm kind of proud of it because we do a show where we say in the middle, we kind of don't know. That's a pretty hip thing.
Yeah.
But as far as being satisfying, if you're watching home and you want to go, rip him a new asshole, take him out, Penn and Teller, you guys don't know, really, do you? You did some research and you can't figure it out. Well, go.
What convinced you?
guys
Is it
are
like
bullshit.
stuff like regression and stuff like that?
No. The regression stuff is bullshit.
I mean, like
The
memories
past
coming
life
back.
stuff
No,
is
I mean memories coming back.
Memories coming back is bullshit too. But to be able to say, which is what I wanted to say, that there is no state of hypnosis, that it's all completely fake, you can't really do.
What is it when